YouTube, what's happening? It is Wednesday, October 23rd, and we have 20 teams starting their season off tonight with 10 total games. You can see them all right here. Some great little matchups here. We don't have our stat sheet ready yet because we don't have stats. So I can show you real quick what it looks like. I'm missing a whole lot of data from a whole lot of teams. So once I have this data, I will be able to set up my sheets and we'll be able to use it that way. But until then, we're going to look at the betting information. We're going to look at props, and we're also going to look at things like their depth charts and things like that, so we can see who's starting, who changed, and things like that. So, and we'll just make some common sense plays. That's what we're going to do right here. So, based on all that, appreciate you watching. Drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already, because this is going to be a kind of a long video. We have 10 games to talk about. Let's go ahead and jump to that first game right now. All right, first game is going to be Indiana and Detroit. So let's take a look. It's going to be Indiana 4.5 with a 235.5. Seems high, but we know Indiana plays zero defense based on last year, and I doubt things change much in the offseason. So I expect totals to still be very high for this team all year, as just like last year was. So let's look at the depth chart, see what's happened. You see the team, you see what they've done, who's done what, and where they've been. Nothing truly, I mean, it's still mostly the same team. And then Detroit, you can see theirs as well. They added Tobias Harris. Other than that, you see their team as well. So nothing really stands. Tim Hardaway is now coming off the bench, which he's probably going to start because Thompson is out, according to the depth chart here. So you see their team. So Detroit should be slightly better than they were last year, but they were terrible last year, so they should be better. So let's look at the props. I have this set to all props on here that Outlier offers. If you want to check it out, there is a link in the description. Get you a free week. It's absolutely worth it. You'll love it. And I have it set the last 100%, so we can see who's done what in the last 5 games. So this will be the last 5 games of the season. We can see we have things like, and I'm looking at the matchups, the opponent ranks here, because I want good opponent ranks. I don't want Reds. Reds are terrible, so I'm not going to take Cade Cunningham steals. That's a terrible play. But I'm going to take things, I would take Cade Cunningham points because he's done well. 27th matchup, it's pretty decent. So, and we know Cade Cunningham scores. Now, the thing is, this could easily be a blowout. It could. Indiana could, National Basketball Association is National Blowout Association most of the time. So I like the idea of having the second stringers do a lot of work. So for Indiana's sake, that would be Benedict, that would be McConnell, and hence why we have Benedict over 13.5 points and assists, 70, 65, 100 head-to-head. But then if we come down here, we got McConnell, we got Benedict points and rebounds, 70% of the last 20 games. Love that. And if I sort by 20, we'll see if anything really pops out. Andrew hitting a 3, poor matchup. Jalen turnovers, 1.5, 10th, not a good matchup. I need something good. So there it is, points and assists again for him. I think I might take me some Benedict. I don't know if I want to take assists or do I want to take rebounds, because they both show up. They're both pretty good. So 25th is a little bit better of a matchup than 23rd. So I will take Benedict points and assists in this one. And since this is the Pacers playing, just like the Hawks, they have terrible defenses. So I'm going to take the over in this game because, unless they show they played amazing defense on the offseason, show me you can play defense. I will take the over in this one, plus Benedict over points and assists next. All right, game 2, we got Orlando and Miami. We can see that is Miami by 1.5 with a 208.5 total. Let's pop over to the numbers. Let's see what we got. So we want their depth chart. We want Orlando's depth chart. Let's see if anybody knew, anything changed. Suggs, Pope, Franz, Paolo, and Wendell. So those are your starters. And Miami, Terry, Tyler, Jimmy, Jovic, and Bam. So you can see those there. Okay. Now let's pop over here to the props. Now I already looked through these props and it was just nothing there on the overs. I actually added the unders for ones. I normally don't do the unders because I'm not a big fan of under props. But when you're facing 2 teams that are really good at defense like these two are, it's already 208? That's such a low total, but I could see it happening. But then I need good matchups. I need unders. So let me just do straight unders, because overs was not doing anything. It just wasn't working. So under Butler blocks, if you want to pay 324 or 280, go for it. We got to find something with some good juice, like Jovi under half a first quarter assist. That's getting oddly specific. Wendell Carter, let's see, there's got to be something decent. Here we go. We could go Jimmy under 24.5 points and assists. That's just banking straight on their the Orlando defense. That's just all it is. Let's see anything else. Let's see if anything's last 20 this really stands out. Okay, blocks for these two, which, I mean, if you want to pay the juice, go for it, because you can do it. It's out there. It's just, that's some hefty juice. Let's see. Blocks. It's always blocks. I don't want to do blocks. I like to do PRAs, if anything. Threes, something. Like, Tyler Hero under 3.5 3-pointers. Orlando's the 4th best matchup. It's decent odds. We're going to go with that. We're going to take Hero under 3.5 3-pointers. Madness, I know. And I kind of want to take the under as well in the game. We're just going to take a boring, low-scoring game between Miami and Orlando next. All right, next up, we have Brooklyn at Atlanta. We have Atlanta by 6.5 at a 222.5 total. Again, Atlanta's kind of going to be like Indiana. I'm going to kind of do that. I'm going to treat them the same way as last year. Defense was optional for the team, so all the Atlanta games were really high scoring. Trae Young had 1,000 assists a game, it felt like, so we'll look at that. We'll treat them the same until they show us they've figured out how to play defense, right? That would make sense. Common sense would tell you that, right? So let's look at the depth chart, see what we got. Well, we got Trae Young, we got Dyson Daniels, DeAndre Hunter, Jalen Johnson, and Clint Capella. And then the Brooklyn, we have Schroeder at the point, Cameron, Dorian, and Nick. So it feels like the Brooklyn Nets roster got a little worse than last year. It doesn't feel as good. So, and then Ben Simmons is the backup point guard. Oh, hey, looked decent in the game I saw. He looked decent in the preseason. We'll see how he is in the regular season, though. We'll see. So let's pop over to the things. All right, I went back to just overs in here because this is a team that doesn't play defense. So Capella over 9.5 rebounds has gone over 85% of the last 20 games, 8 of the last 10, and 4 of the last 5. And he's got a 21st best matchup against Nick Claxton. That could be the move. First half PRA 11.5 for Capella could be nice too. 20 points plus rebounds. I like that. I like that one a lot more actually than 9.5, because Capella does get you some points. And with being such high scoring games, he tends to do all right. But the matchup's not the best because Claxton is in there. Let's see what other matchups we got. Anything that looks just juicy. I like the greens. We got to look at greens. Cam Thomas over half a first quarter rebound. First quarters are like gambling for me. Schroeder 9.5 rebounds and assists. That's looking pretty good. 25th best matchup. You know who's going to be dishing the rock, but who's going to score on the Brooklyn Nets team? I don't know. Let's see. Zaire Williams, half of a 3-pointer. Okay. 8.5 points and assists. Okay. Now we're getting into the choppy. We're a lot of orange in here. So let's go back up. Let's do last 10. Let's see. There's Schroeder again on rebounds. Total rebounds, 2.5. Okay. Anything else really stand out? I think it's going to, I think it might be Capella. Capella might be the way to go. Capella or Schroeder RA. Schroeder 9.5 RA has hit a lot. Huh. Now, is he going to play that much, or are they going to try to work Ben Simmons in? That's the question I have. I need to know that he's going to play. Last 5. Let's go back to last 20. Who was it? I'm going to take Clint Capella. I'm going to take him to get these rebounds. All he needs to do is 10 rebounds. That's all he's got to do. He doesn't even have to score. But then, let's see. Yeah, he has a better matchup. We'll take Capella on the rebounds. That's fine. And we're going to take the over, like I said, because it's the Hawks. Until they show they play defense, show me you can play defense. Over, whatever that number is. What is it? 222.5? Yeah, 222.5. Capella to get me 10 rebounds next. All right, next up, we got Cleveland at Toronto. And we can see that is Cleveland 6.5 with a 224.5 on the total. So let's look over the depth chart. And the first thing I ask myself, is anyone on Toronto not hurt? Because out. Look at these O's. A lot of O's. And now I know it's mainly just Jacoby, RJ Barrett, and Bruce Brown, but it looks like a lot. So, we have quickly Grady Dick, RJ when he's healthy, but then it should be Bruce Brown, but then it's probably going to be Grady Dick, but then it could be Davion Mitchell. Then Scotty's back. Hey, Scotty Barnes is back. And then however the hell you say that name's there. And Jakob is in there, old Podol. And then Olnick's out. Okay, I missed that one. Yeah, there's just so many injuries. Okay, Toronto is depleted, if you would say. Cleveland, Darius, Donovan, Okoro, Mobley, Allen. Not bad little lineup, I would say. So let's pop over to the numbers. Let's see. We want this game here. We have it set to the overs. We'll see if we got any good overs we like. 25th Jared Allen first quarter points. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the first quarters, guys. Just not a fan of them. So let's see. Keep going. Jared Allen to get 16 points. His 25th best matchup. Pretty decent odds. Went over 65%. 70% in the last 10, 60 in the last 5. Not bad. I feel like we can do better. Let me look at the last 10. I might have to go unders. Donovan Mitchell, over 30.5 points and rebounds has good. He's hit it 5 in a row in 8 of the last 10. Yeah, this was playoff Donovan too. So he stepped up a little bit, I think. Yeah, so we have that. Barnes coming back. Rebounds, assists. It's only on Prize Picks though. I don't like that. Quickly steals, has 200 juice. I don't like that much. And other than that, Mobley, points and rebounds is pretty decent. 5 and for 5, 7 of 10, 60 in the last 20. I can work with those two. I think I'm just going to have to go with the stud. I think I might go to Donovan Mitchell, 30.5 points and rebounds. That feels like the play because I think he could put up 30 points by himself easily. He could have 30 points and 2 rebounds, and I'm cool. So we'll take him on that. Like I said, Toronto has too many injuries. I gotta take Cleveland on the 6.5, right? I'm definitely taking them to win the game. What's the money line? 245. That's too low. I will take Cleveland 6.5, and I will take Donovan to hit this 30.5 PR. We'll do that next. All right, moving on. Milwaukee, Philly. We got Milwaukee about 3.5, 223.5, and we already know Embiid and George are not playing because Embiid's only going to play like 3 games this whole season, and George is still kind of hurt. So with that knee strain, so which it's fine George being out, that makes sense. Embiid, no, that doesn't make any sense unless they're just like as long as we get in the playoffs, we're good. It doesn't matter what rank we are. It's not going to work. So let's look at the depth charts. So Embiid is listed as out. Good job. That means Andre Drummond's the backup. Hey, that's not a bad backup to have. I'm gonna tell you right now, that's not bad. Let's see, George is out, so it's gonna be Oubre, not bad. But Oubre starter, not it's probably gonna be Eric Gordon. They're gonna swap, and then Maxey, maybe Lowry is gonna be in there. Caleb Martin. They got some depth. If they're all there, this is actually a pretty damn good team. Then you got KJ Martin back there, and Philly's got a squad, don't they? When they all want to play. Milwaukee, Lillard, Trent, Middleton. Giannis is day to day, so we'll see if he plays. Lillard is going to be regardless. Brook Lopez, Portis. Okay. Yeah, I like. Okay, cool. So injury. This is the injury game. Who's going to play? Who's not? That's the question. So we don't know. So let's look. Last 20. Anything look delicious that we want to take? Something just tasty. Gary Trent. Points, rebounds always seems like a good one. 16.5 PRA maybe. 80, 90, 85. That looks pretty good, but I want some good matchups. Trent, 2.5 rebounds. I don't like guard rebounds. Some people love them. I just don't love them that much. So Lillard just getting 4 rebounds the whole damn game. I don't know about that. Let's see. Let's keep digging. Let me go last 10. See if anybody's just been beasting out the last few games of last year because this is all new. We got Portis 8 rebounds. Portis, if Giannis doesn't play, I'll take Portis because Portis is the backup for both Giannis and Brook, so he might get that regardless. I might just get him for points too. What's his points and rebounds? Oh no, we'll come to it. 21.5 PRA for him. That's pretty good for a bench dude. Let's be honest. That means he's going to play a lot. Giannis blocks. Really? All right, cool. Lillard rebounds again. All right, I see all these. Let's go last 5. Let's see if anything. No, I think I'm gonna go with those ones I like. Let me find it again. It was last 20. It was a decent matchup. It's not the best of matchups, but Portis 22nd rebounds. You know what? Since he's backing up Giannis and Brook, and there's a good chance Giannis doesn't play because he's day to day. If he does play, he's gonna be limited. Yeah, I'll take Portis over 7.5 rebounds. Why not? That looks pretty good. He does great. I can see this. We'll rock with that. Now for the game, I gotta take Milwaukee, right? You can't take Philly without their 2 stars not playing. So yeah, give me Milwaukee 3.5. Why not? And we'll take Portis to get 8 rebounds next. All right, let's move on. We got Chicago and New Orleans. We got the Pelicans by 6.5 with a 227.5 total. Let's look over at the info. Let's see who's out. Zion is day to day. DeJounte is day to day. CJ's playing. Brandon Minger's playing. This is a squad when everyone's healthy. I'm just saying this is a squad. Then you got Alvarado and Murphy. Herb is playing center. What? Why is Herb playing center? Herb is like 6'8". What are we doing here? I know he's like a defensive beast because he played at Alabama and everything, but still, I'm like, I don't know what people are doing. Okay, let's look at the Bulls. Giddey is the point guard. See, that feels weird too. I don't know why. It just feels weird. Kobe, Zach, Patrick. Why is Zach not the point guard? These two should be switched in my opinion. But hey, that's just me. Whatever. And Vucevic and Patrick Williams. Lonzo's coming off the bench. Lonzo's back. Hey, good for that. So we'll see. All right, let's pop to the numbers because man, that's these lineups are weird for this game. This is a weird lineup game. So we'll sort it by last 20. What do we have? Ayo has been. I mean, all of his stuff is high, and now is Ayo. He is the backup to Kobe White. Okay, are you? Your best matchup is 3-pointers, but you're 200. We can't do that. We want 23rd quarter Murray assist. Nope. Murray 2.5 3-pointers. 29th best matchup against the Bulls. We know, but he is day to day, so he might not play too much. But if he does, he's going to be shooting that rock. We just know it. McCollum rebounds assist. That might be the move because he's gonna play. And he's hit this, and that's pretty decent. We'll see if we can keep looking for something better. I want green matchups if possible. McCollum threes. 0% in the last 5. Yeah, that's not what I'm doing. I don't think so. Levine turnovers, that's a possible thing. Herb assists from the center spot might be watch this be the move. Just because Herb's in the center spot, all of a sudden he hits this. Ingram could easily do that. I want better. Let's see. Let's go last 10. See what we got. Anything stands out. Why is that 6 but green? That's weird. That should be high. Ayo, Patrick, Murray again. McCollum RA, Murray RA. Huh. I almost want to go with Murray. Vucevic 3-pointers. He's been hitting some threes recently, apparently. Okay. Last year. I wonder if he's been working on that to shoot more this year. I think I want to go CJ. I think CJ rebounds, assists. So many good options. Give me a second. Okay, I decided. I'm going Murray 3-pointers. I'm assuming he's going to play. I know he's day to day, but we're going to go Murray 3-pointers. I think he's going to line it up. So we're going to take that. On the actual side in total, it is currently sitting at 227.5 with New Orleans being 6.5-point favorites. I don't know. I mean, they got a squad, but Chicago's got a pretty decent squad too. I can see this game being closer. I'll take Chicago plus 6.5 on the road. We'll take that plus Murray to hit some threes and call it next. All right, next we got Charlotte versus Houston. We can see it's Houston 7.5 with a 229.5 number. Let's look over at the info, see who's done what. Charlotte, what is your depth chart looking like? LaMelo, Brandon Miller, hey, both healthy. Josh Green day to day. Bridges and Mark Williams is out, which means it's going to be Nick Richards most likely, or maybe some more Grant Williams, whatever. So maybe some Taj Gibson is still playing in the NBA. That is hilarious. Okay, so yeah, so it's going to be mainly these two doing all the work with maybe a little bit of Bridges. So let's look at Houston. Houston, what did you do? You got Van Fleet, you got Green, Brooks, Jabari, and Sengun. So there's your team there. Let's look at the info. If anything, I think I would take the over because I know LaMelo's going to shoot threes. That's just what he does. He's going to shoot a lot of threes. Let's go to the right game. That would help. We want, this is Hornets Rockets. There we go. Last, Brandon Miller for first quarter points. Okay. Brandon Miller to posterize somebody might be the play. P and A for Miller. PR for Miller is at 22. That could be a move. He might take a big leap this season. He really might. 18.5 just points. He does get rebounds, though, I believe. Let's look at Miller real quick on his... What was his rebounds last year? 4.3, 17.3 on the average. Okay. Anything. Let's just go to threes. Look at LaMelo's threes. That's the main thing I think of when I think of this game. LaMelo. Over 3.5. You were not the best percentages. Really... Josh Green was, but yeah, and Jabari Smith. Are you going to shoot that many? Are you? Yeah, you probably could. Yeah, you get those corner shots. So Jabari Smith 3-pointers might be the move. Okay, but I think I kind of want to go Brandon Miller. I think. Let's look at last 10. See what stands out. Yeah, I think it's going to be Brandon Miller over. I'm going to take Brandon Miller PR. PA. Let's look one more time, one more thing at this. And his 4.3, that's, yeah, we'll take Brandon Miller 22.5 points and rebounds. And we are going to, I don't Why is Houston such a big favorite? I don't know, but we're going to take that over 229. Over 229 plus Brandon Miller PR next. All right, next up we got Memphis and Utah. We can see on the screen that is Memphis 3.5 to 228 total. Let's look at the info, see what we got. Memphis depth chart. You have Ja back. We know that much. Ja's back. Marcus Smart is the shooting guard now. Bane is a small forward. Jaren Jackson. Edey is starting. That is a small lineup with Edey's big ass in there. Okay. And then we got Utah. Let's look at Utah's depth. George, Sexton, Laurie, Hendricks, Collins. Not a bad squad. They just missed. Yeah, so nice little matchup here. I think we got a good one. So let's look at this. Last 10. Marcus Smart, first quarter assist. That's the first thing. Collins was a bucket last year on certain things like PRs and things like that, PRAs, and he's starting off great again. Let's see who else we got. Anything really good? Collins 3-pointers. He hit this in 100% of his last 5, 80, 75 head-to-head, 22nd against Memphis. You are the center, too, so it means you're probably going to get some nice open shots, too. I can see you hitting one, but I'd rather have Laurie do it if anybody. Sexton, points, was always pretty good last year starting out. Laurie was just a beast sometimes, 32.5 PRA. I mean, that's what I'm going with. I don't care. I'm taking Laurie. Laurie's a beast. We know this. Sexton's going to get points. I don't see him really getting rebounds. No, anybody else could do things, but Laurie's he's the one you just pile onto. Maybe Ja does some things, but I want to see Ja in a couple more games before I really start putting money on him. So, but I feel comfortable putting money on Laurie. And it's Utah 3.5 at home. I'll take Utah 3.5 at home. Plus 3.5 at home. Laurie over, what is that, 32.5, 32.5 PRA. We'll do that next. All right, moving on. We have Golden State and Portland. It is Golden State about 5.5, 222.5. Obviously, there has been some changes to both these teams as, let me bring it up. We'll see. We have no more Clay. We have Brandon starting at the shooting guard. Andrew is small forward. Kuminga's power forward. And Draymond is the center. We see who the backups are. Buddy is now on the team. Melton, Gary Payton, Kyle Anderson, Trace Jackson. You can see that. Let's look at Portland. We have Scoot as the points with Anthony, Denny, Jeremy, and DeAndre. I don't think Portland's a good team. Let's just put it that way. I just don't think they're a good team at all. They're going to be in the bottom of the conference most likely again because it's just, yeah, unless Scoot has a massive upgrade this year, I'm just not seeing it. So let's pop over here to the numbers to see if we can find anything to bet on, because why not? And the first thing I probably want to do is I'm probably taking the over I'll probably take Golden State. It's probably the way to go. That's probably the smart thing to do. So a lot of Scoot here, a lot of Scoot. Now, do you think Scoot does he do better this year? If you do, you want to take Scoot. If not, no, man, you never know. Let's keep going. First thing, I'm not even going to go into this. I'm going straight for Curry. I want to see my threes. Let me see what he's up to. Curry is at 4.5. He hit 4 out of 5. Scoot actually did pretty good too. He hit 1 out of 3. And I expect Portland to be down. I expect them to be behind. I expect them to do a lot of shooting threes. Brandon hit 8 of 10. Look at that. But he's 280. Not a good number. Anthony's 3. Jeremy Grant. Yeah. No, and then Draymond always hits that one. He takes like 1 3 a game. Yeah, if he makes it, he makes it. He doesn't, he doesn't. But whatever. So, does Curry come out and just have a beast performance in his first game since the Olympics, where he was just destroying teams? Because his first real performance, not the preseason. So, I almost just want to go with I want to go with the go, but it's Portland. They're going to play good defense. We know this. So let's take the threes off. Let's go back. Let's look for some great matchups. I want Green. Not Draymond, just green numbers. So, like 28. Draymond to get a block. That sounds crazy, but it might be the way because it's 28th. Yeah, Draymond should do things. I can see him doing many things. Then we got down here, we got 28th on steals. Scoot, you know what? Scoot to get 2 3-pointers. I could, that feels rough. I don't know if I want to do that. Curry to get 5.5 assists. That's terrible numbers. Let's go back up here and look at the last 5. See if anything green stands out. Oh, nope. That's 20. This is rough. I don't know what I want to do. You know what? I'm just going to go with the GOATs. I'm going to go with the GOATs. He's not at home, though, but he does like to show up with the crowd. So, does it matter? Does it really matter? Curry, 4.5 threes is minus 105. It's a gamble. I know it's a gamble, but I'm going to ride with the GOAT. Clay's gone. Somebody's got to shoot those threes now. So give me Curry to shoot all the threes in the world. He's going to shoot like 20 threes a game. So give me 4.5 and give me Golden State 3.5. Minus 3.5. 5.5 now. It just changed. Golden State minus 5.5. Next. All right, last game. Phoenix and Clippers. Couldn't see it on the screen, so I had to open it up. We got Phoenix by 5 with a total of 225.5. So let's look at the info on the teams. Phoenix has Tyus, Booker, Bradley, Durant, and Nurkic. Okay, Tyus Jones being the starter is the only thing. Okay, whatever. And let's look at the Clippers. Harden, no more Paul George. We got Norman Powell, Terrence Mann, Kawhi's out in Zubac. So yeah, I like Phoenix by 5 easily in this one. I like them by 5. I don't trust some of these names. And unless Harden goes back to prime Harden and goes for like 40, I don't see it. So let's pop to the numbers, because so far I'm going to take Phoenix by 5. But I think, if I'm being honest, I probably will go, unless it's crazy, I think I want to go Harden, because I think he will try. And Terrence Mann 3-pointers. Look at those numbers. That's beautiful. But we'll come back. First thing I want to see, I don't care about half assists. I don't want quarters. Grayson Allen, 10.5. Okay. Last 10. See if anything stands out. Harden. You know what? I just said it. Let's go Harden. I'm just talking about it. Show me James Harden. What you up to? You. Ooh. Ooh. All right. No James Harden. All right. All right. We'll take that back. All right. No, none of that. All right. It feels like there's going to be more threes than ever this year. So Terrence Mann hit a 3 of the small forward. You're starting. It's minus 320 though. I can't take that. I just can't do that. We can't do those. All right, there's got to be something. Pause. All right, I'm going to do what I said. I just went, when I saw Harden, but under his 38.5 PRA is hit to this much. It's literally hitting 4 out of 5, 9 out of 10, 95 out of the last 20. I don't think he's the same Harden as he used to be. If he does, great. If he shows out, cool, good on you. I'll take the loss, no problem. But I'm going to rock with Harden under 38.5 PRA. I'm going to rock with Phoenix minus 5, and we'll call it a day right there. So let's bounce back to the schedule so we can look at tomorrow's schedule real quick. NBA. There we go. Thursday, we only have 4 games, so it'll be just another video. Now, I will have a little bit of stats because Boston played and Minnesota played, but I won't have the other ones yet. So I anticipate Friday, there's a lot of teams here that I should have some stats for. And then by Saturday, we'll have more teams. So I appreciate you watching. Drop a like and subscribe. Let me know what you're playing. And we will see you tomorrow for more NBA. Peace.